Hello guys, in my last video I showed you how you can create a bustier princess dart using your basic body block. I did not want that video to be so long, so this video is a continuation of that video. So before you watch this video, I will link that video right here and also below this video. So you go ahead and watch it before you come to watch this continuation. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create the back part of a bustier princess dart. You know, of course, you need the front part and the back part to be able to sew a dress. So without wasting time, let's go ahead to my table and let me show you how you can create the back part for your bustier princess dart. The back part is quite simple. It's simpler than the front part, so there's not much work attached to it. So let's go and let me show you how you can create the back part of your bustier princess dart using the back part of your basic body block. So this is the back part of my basic body block. The first thing you need to do is to trace it on a pattern tracing paper. So that's what I've done already. And once you've traced it, you now fold in the shoulder dart. And once you've done the shoulder dart, the next step, of course, is to bring in the front part so that we can trace out all the lines. So this is our front part. So you just lie this over this. And we are going to trace, please place it well. You can even sellotape it down so that you can trace the lines. You're going to trace the under bust line. You're going to trace the bust line, the under bust line, and of course, the cut line. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to trace all the lines onto this back parts of my basic body block. So all the lines have been transferred, the bust line, the under bust line, and the cut line. Now, once you're done with this, the next thing is for you to get your transparent paper again. I got this transparent paper from Amazon. I'll put a link below this video in case you're interested in buying it. It's an affiliate link. So you place your pattern paper your transparent pattern paper once again, and we're going to trace this out on another fresh paper. Why am I doing that? Because we need to put allowances for the back part of our bustier princess dart. So when you're placing the paper, when you want to place this on the paper, remember to put at least 1.5 inches on the part of the arm and at least 2 inches on this part of the neck. So place the paper such a way before you now trace out everything. Remember, you're tracing out everything, the neck, the armhole, and everything on this new paper, including the lines. I've transferred everything onto this new transparent pattern paper. As I said, the back part is not difficult per se, like the front part. It's not really difficult, but there's less calculation and so. So once you transfer everything from your basic body block, from the back part of your basic body block, so all you have to do now is to find the midpoint of your armhole at the back. Remember, my armhole is 10, my midpoint will be 5. So I'm going to find the midpoint and I'm going to mark it. So I'll just put your tape and then find the midpoint and mark it. So I'm going to draw from there to get the princess curve. I'm going to draw from there. I'm not going to meet it here. I'm going to meet it at the bust line. So I'm going to use my French curve and I'm going to make it to meet it at the bust line. Now remember, your bust span in the back is 0.5 inches less than the bust span in the front. My bust span is 4. So for here, from here to here is 3.5 inches. So that was already done when I was doing my basic body block for the back part. So I don't need to measure anything else. If I measure from the center part of the dart to this place, it's 3.5. It's exactly 3.5. So what I'll do, I'll just draw the curve to meet it here. And then in order for this place to be together, so that when you're joining this part and this part, there will be nothing left down here. Just extend it by 0.7 inches. So we'll just extend this by 0.7 inches. So that's it. So let me draw my curve using my French curve. The back one should not be too curved, so just be careful when you're drawing it. It shouldn't be too curved. It's the back part. So just place it like so. And then we'll just curve it. So that is it. That is our back part of the bustier princess dart. So now, as I said, you extend it a little bit by 0.7 inches. And then we are now going to curve it down to meet it back here. And let me use this side. This side is better. So you see, when you're cutting, you just cut like that and cut like that. And then this will be for this part and this will be for the other part. Now, I have put 2 inches here as my zip allowance. That is why we needed an extra transparent pattern paper, so that you can put your 2 inches for your zip right here. And then we're going to make up for this dart. This dart is 1 inch, so we are going to be adding 1 inch here at the bust point for here and here. After adding the 1 inch, now we are going to add the 2 inches allowance for the sewing, just like we did for the front part of our pattern. So our pattern is, I think is almost ready. As you can see, I've drawn the princess cut. Now, when you're cutting this, when you want to cut this part of the pattern, you just cut like this and follow this line of the dart. You follow this line of the dart and cut it. When you're cutting this part of it, you also cut like that, and then you follow this other line of the dart, and then you trim off the center part of the dart. Now, once you're done with that, you're going to give 0.5 inches allowance for the sewing right here. 0.5 inches. As you can see, I've gone ahead to add my 2 inches sewing allowance. Most times you don't use it all, but it's good to always add 2 inches sewing allowance in case of any problems, you know, especially when you're sewing for your customers. In case of any problems, you can loosen it and then give it more space. Now, for this particular place, so that you will not have a bulky zip, you know, there's this bulk that comes at the back of a dress sometimes. So what you do here is you come up again by 0.5, and then we are going to draw a line that slopes and joins up to that 0.5 sewing allowance. So that's exactly what I'm saying. You just come up by that 0.5 allowance, and then you just curve it to join up with the 0.5 line. So that's essentially how to draft the back part of a bustier princess dart.